I am trying to read my screen here. It says orientation is locked, rotate device back. Does that mean I'm this way? Oh, all right, I'm gonna try something. Did I get it? Did I get it? I didn't get it, did I? All right, this way. Do I have to do it this way? I can't do it this way. Oh, this is why, like I said, I don't do lives. Let's see here. Oh, does that do it? Nope, that does that. Holy cow, I'm so sorry. I do this every time. So if you've been with me, you know this is what I do. Let's see. Orientation is locked. Rotate device back. Why is it locked? How do I unlock? No, it's still saying it. Let me go that way and that way. Orientation is locked. Rotate. I zoomed in. That's not what I want. Well, you guys, I think I'm gonna just do it this way. How's that? Can I do it this way? Do you care? I could actually stream it on like Facebook and everything this way. Well, this is what it is. Thanks for you guys for hanging with me because I know it gets frustrating. I'm now a minute into this and a minute and 38 into it, and I still don't know what I'm doing. Good morning. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, right? All right, so I have been getting ready for my class, my floral class, and I have been playing. Yesterday, if you saw me post my video, I absolutely despised my art. And I wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's important. I think a lot of people think that even though you've been painting for years, you absolutely love everything all the time, and that's just not the case, is it? I bet if you're an artist, leave me a comment down below and let me know if that happens to you too. So this is what I did. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, you can hop back over after this live and play around. So I got this brilliant idea that I was going to go in really loose. I saw a couple artists do this where they just make, you know, their favorite colors and they put it on the paper and then they do some type of abstract with it, and you know, they'll use like a Posca pen or a Sharpie or yeah, whatever you have, colored pencils, what have you, and just kind of doodle. And I do that with my alcohol inks really easy, but I had a hard time trying my pens and doodling because I think that's because I used to have to I had to dip it into the water, the Derwent pencils. And then by the time I got back, it was just a little thicker, so it wasn't as easy for me to doodle around as it is with a Sharpie or a Posca pen. So I grabbed it, and by the time I was done, I was pretty happy with it. I did overwork a few of the areas, and so I thought I'd try it again today. Like this one I really loved. This one I liked. You know, I did a little bit of gold in there. If you can see the gold, a little shimmer in there. But you know, these were definitely overworked. They were just blobs, big blobs, and they were dark. So I turned those into little hydrangeas using the Posca pen. So today I thought I would do it again. So who's here? Let me know if you're here in the comments, or give me a heart. Just make sure that I'm good and everybody can see me and I'm just not talking to myself. If you love to paint and you find that you don't get a lot of time for yourself or you don't know what to paint, join us on Thursday nights. I think it's 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But we do a paint along. There's 3 of us, Kimberly, Dean, and Beth Cluth, and I jump on Thursdays. It's usually pre-recorded, but it looks like it's live because we premiere it. But this week we did this one. It's always really challenging because we have 15 minutes to do our painting, and we don't know what we're doing. So we spin a wheel and we have pictures that we've picked. And this was one that we had done, and you probably, I don't know if you know what it is, but it's a door. It was like an old door, and so we worked on textures and stuff. So it was fun because we go into it. It's really challenging for your brain because we don't know what or how we're going to do it when we start. So that's all part of the fun. So today I thought, again, I would try some more of these little blobs and do it live. I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. It may turn out great, it may turn out bad, but that's okay because we are doing it. We're actually painting. So I'm gonna aim this down, and here we go again. I'm gonna see if I can flip this so you guys can see it. And I still need to do it this way, don't I? Because if I don't, you can't see it. So let me move some stuff aside here. I'm gonna go lengthwise on this, and hopefully, actually I'm gonna go with a smaller piece of paper. So this is my Arches watercolor paper, my good stuff, and I'm gonna go a little bit smaller. It's like a full sheet cut into 4, and then I half that again. So that's what we're working with today. So let's see, I have my, am I crooked? I'm gonna go this way a little bit more with it. I have my Rosa Gallery kit paints, and this time I think I want to do something very soft. Like I was going with the bold colors for yesterday's, and today I want to do a little bit softer. Hi Diane, your vocals coming and going in and out. Oh no, it's either hit or miss here with Wi-Fi. Hopefully, hopefully you catch it. Hi Helen, nice to see you this morning. So yeah, hopefully, let me know if it keeps going in and out. I'm not sure what I can do about it, but hopefully this will be pre-recorded or recorded, and then I can share it again. Okay, so I am going to look at my paper. I always do this. I'm like, what side is it I'm supposed to paint on? And depending on the paper, some papers have more texture than others. This particular paper, the Arches, it's actually a little bit softer on this side. That's the side that you want to paint on. And if you are ever questioning it and you don't have like the block, usually Arches or Arches, however you say it, has the name stamped on it in the front. So that's the side that you want to use. At least that's what my mom always told me. Okay, so we're gonna start with some blobs. And I think I'm gonna do like a really soft pink for this one. The other ones were super bright, so let's go a little softer this time. For brushes, what is this one? Zen Art brush I have, which I don't know if you can get these anymore. I looked on Amazon. I've linked all of the stuff I'm using today, by the way, in the links. This one is, I don't know how to say that. It's DAINAYW. It's a number 2, little squirrel hair, nice and soft. I like this brush. So I'm gonna try this one. I might need something a little springier, but, and then I have my black Sharpie. I just bought new ones because I ran out of everything. They all got used up on me. And then my Posca pen. This one I think is a 0.7 mm. So I think that's this little bit smaller one. And these come in different sizes with the nibs too, so depending on what you like is what you use. So I think I'm going to use like an Opera Rose to start. I know you can't see the colors, so let me come over here. I think this is my Opera Rose. And I want that super light, so I'm just going to add a lot of water to this. So I want it to be a really soft color. And remember, I am just kind of popping in some color down here. I think I'll do a few. Again, I'm not thinking about composition at this point. I am just playing around, practicing. And we do a lot of this in the floral class as well. Let's see, I think I'm going to try a little yellow with that, using that same color. Again, I want like a kind of a peachy shade. That might need to have a little bit more yellow. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, kind of a peachy orange. And again, I'm just making sort of a shape of a flower, not necessarily a flower. Let's add a little water to that. And let's do another one. Kind of tucked in here. Could tuck one up here. And I'm keeping it super light this time. And then let's see. I've got a nice peach shade. Let's do like a a nice yellow ochre, almost like a creamy color. Again, really wet, lots of water to make it light. That's really close to that, isn't it? Probably should add a little bit more pink to that one, but we're gonna go with it. It's okay. Again, just some blobs on here. It looks quite pastel-y, pretty so far. Good morning, Maxine. Oh, good. So nice to see you guys on here. Welcome, welcome. So you're watching me play. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. We'll see. I'm gonna add a little bit of green now to this. And I think I don't have my color. Do I have my color chart? I do have my color chart, my Rosa color chart. Now I can tell you what I'm using because I can't remember. This one is, I think it's the turquoise. I'm gonna use a little bit of the turquoise with a few other colors mixed in because I've got my palette here and it's sort of a mess. Maybe add a little bit of blue and a little bit of like sienna. And I'm gonna, again, I think I'm gonna blob it because I'm trying to do blobs. I'm trying to be super loose. These could be sort of leaves. I'm not making a leaf shape at this point. I'm gonna fill that in, I think, with the Sharpie, and I'm gonna add a little bit of blue to that. This blue is, that's on my other chart. I've got two different Rosa kits, so I have two different charts. This is like a Payne's gray type thing. I'm double checking here. Ultramarine, black. They have, oh, maybe it's black grape mixed in with a little green. Again, it might be a little too dark, but let's just drop a little in here so I can have another little color. I got a lot of white space, which I'm going to try to keep more white space this time. Last time I filled in too much, and I do have a tendency to do that, filling in a lot of the white space, so I'm going to try to leave that out. Okay, so we've got some nice colors going on here. I'm going to go with a mid-tone now. I'm going to darken that just a little bit with a little bit more of that rose color. And I think I'm just going to add it right to this. I don't even know what these shapes are at this point. I'm just, you know, adding color here and there and a couple little swipes. Does it look like flowers to you? Kind of, sort of. It's getting there, isn't it? And then I'm going to add just a little purple, maybe. That actually does look like a flower. That's less blobby, isn't it? I'm going the wrong way with that. So those are definitely floral-ish looking, aren't they? Okay, so oh, Ellen, you said the sound's off and on too. You can't hear me. I'm sorry. Our Wi-Fi is not great. I'm wondering if I recorded this, it's gonna be okay. Left it got back in, so now you can hear me. Oh, so, well, that's good. We don't know if it's me or you, huh? Now I'm gonna blow dry, so you're not gonna hear anything anyway. Let me dry this really quickly. Really like these pastel colors. This is not my normal color scheme at all. Although I did do, this is one of the ones that will be in the class. I did the hydrangea. This is part of the floral class, and I even went really dark around the edge. So I guess I did use that color a lot. I like it, but I don't tend to use the softer colors quite as much. Okay, so let's go back in now with a little bit more of those darker values. I'm gonna add just a little bit more pink. I don't want too much. Again, I'm just kind of looking at, you know, maybe now the shape of where the flower might be. Can even put a few little petals out here on the top. But I want to keep it loose again. I don't want to actually make flowers, you know what I'm saying, yet, because we're gonna do the pen and ink. So because I am, Maxine, yes, it does look like flowers, yay! And you guys know, if you've been following me, I was not a flower person. I didn't paint flowers whatsoever. And I now absolutely love painting flowers. I think it's because I practiced and I found what worked for me. I found my style. So let's see, I do have maybe a little bit more color I need in the green. Again, I don't want to go super dark. I just want to just touch it a little bit just to give us another darker value in there. And I think I'm going to dry it one more time, and then we're just going to do some pen work. So we're going to keep it super light, super simple, and see how this goes. See if I mess it up or not. How's the sound, you guys? Okay, I still never did get the camera flipped around, but that's all right. I'll be able to use this on Instagram now. Or on Facebook. By the way, if you do this, I would love to see yours. Share it with me, tag it, so I see you, see your work, see what you're doing as well, because I get really excited for you. Okay, so I've grabbed my Sharpie, and because this is so light and airy, I don't think that the Posca pen is going to show up, but we're going to try it on some of the darker areas. But again, now this is where I get really loose. I love this part because I'm just going to doodle. And I do want to share with you, just for example, like when you're doodling, this is a magazine that I just got in. It's Grow magazine. It's the Coastal Maine Botanical Gardens. If you haven't gone there before and you're heading to Maine, go there. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to be going, I think, in June or July this year. My mom and I go there. We were going to go and paint last year, coming back from another plein air trip. We got out too late, so we didn't do it. But beautiful flowers there, absolutely gorgeous garden. So what I want to show you is I'm looking at this here. You can see, and I kind of sketched it out right here. You can see the little lines that we have in a lot of the flowers. And of course, this has got these beautiful little dewdrops. We're not doing that for sure. But you can see those little marks. So that's kind of what I mimic sometimes when I'm doing the florals. I'll show you on this one, like, you know, these little lines in here. And that's where I get that inspiration. So we're going to do maybe a little bit of that in here as well. Okay, so this is going to be bright because this is so light, so this black is really going to show up. So again, I'm just going to follow some of those areas that I see, and I'm not outlining everything perfectly. I am just going with the flow. I actually really like this so far. I hope I don't mess it up. Sometimes it happens. So again, I'm just like, okay, how is this flower going? Is it going this way? Is it going this way? This looks like the center area to me. This looks like the center area here. This might be the center of it on this one. And again, going super loose. And we're letting our eyes kind of fill in everything. Even if it, like, that's, you know, not really a flower shape. This one almost looks like a bud type thing where maybe it's sort of closed. Again, just going in around it. Does it still look like flowers? So it's, you know, it's kind of like a, oh, like a more of an illustration type thing. And we've got some leaf shapes here. And I can even put a few little lines in those. And you can see I'm just kind of kissing the paper. I'm not, you know, taking my pen and going really slow and moving everything exactly where I want it. It's kind of like when you hold a brush and you want to be loose, you hold it down here at the tip and use just the really light pen strokes, so it tends to get a little messier and it gives you a nice looseness to your paintings. So this one, let's just go ahead and, I don't know what flower this might be, but I'm just gonna, again, following those shapes. Maybe I want a little leaf there. This one's kind of tucked in here. This kind of reminds me of a lupin. And then you could also go through and just, you know, make a couple little vine type things. I mean, it's just all about having fun. So I think I need now, let's try the white Posca pen just to see what that's gonna do. See if we can get that to show up anywhere. I'll go ahead and shake it. Anybody painting along? Or are you just watching? Watching's good too. Woo! So I might be able to see a little bit of that in maybe the green. And I think I'll add maybe, oops, a touch of it maybe in here so that, you know, we have, again, just a little bit of lining that you would see in the petals. Not much, and you're not going to even really notice it. And of course it depends on what flower, but these are made up flowers, so they can be whatever I want them to be, right? Again, scribble, scribble, fun. You can sort of see it, not a whole lot. I may even add a little bit, a couple areas of darker pink in here. Again, I don't want to overwork it. I lost the top of my pen. I'm going to put that back on. So let's go back and again, just let's define the centers just a little bit more. So this one, I kind of see it going this direction. So it's, again, it's gonna be darker down here, maybe a little dotting action. And this one, I see the center here. And I always like to do these little dots and scribbles. It's almost like a poppy kind of look. But I did notice on my roses, they had it too. Maxine, you're loving it. Oh, awesome, thank you. It's super fun to do. Again, when you don't know what you want to do, just make up a flower shape. It's very relaxing. I mean, I'm not even stressed right now and I'm live. And that was after my mess up trying to get on here too. But you know, again, it's good for you. You go with the flow. I kind of forgot to do this one. Let's see. I'm gonna go in here, add a few more. I just noticed it ran an ad. That's a riot. Sorry. So I forgot that one. That one doesn't, what does that look like? I think we need to make that more a flower shape. So again, we're scribbling in. I'm gonna make it a flower. And again, dot it. Got that one here. Okay. Do you think we're done? Should we be done, or should I add? Oh, you like the pretty, it is pretty with the light colors, isn't it? Not my norm. I'm gonna try to hold myself back right now because I want to go ahead and add just another shade of pink and a little bit darker. But I'm gonna try to keep it loose. I think it is darker, isn't it? And a little pink in there. Maybe a little bud. I like little buds. That's what it needed up there. And maybe a little stem. Maybe a little green in there. A little darker. Woo. Okay, that's dark. I need to do a little bit here. Keep it light, Kelly, keep it light. Okay, I think I'm done. That was fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out the floral class. It's coming up soon. I have been promising it now for a while. I know. We've got the inn going, so we're now doing the bed and breakfast stuff. So it's been hectic, but again, this is just another couple of loose flowers that I did just to share with you. This is, I think that one's going to be in the course. This is another one. So we've got, I think there's like over 25 videos so far. And it's one of those things that just keeps growing for me. It got a lot bigger than what I anticipated because I was having so much fun, and there's just so much I want to share with you. So, all right, guys, thanks again for being here. And if you like the lives, make sure that you give me some thumbs up, leave me some comments on here or after the live is over. That really helps the algorithms, helps people find me, and it allows me to continue to share more with you. All right, have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you again real soon.